Hey guys, welcome back. We are going to do an experiment to see how many people are actually switching roles in Marvel Rivals in competitive versus how many one tricks there are. And we're just going to try to get a sense of how much people are actually trying to fill for their teams in ranked. And we're going to do this by looking at the top players. So if you didn't know, you can go straight to the leaderboard. And if someone has their history available or their statistics available, you can see how much they've played each hero. So let's just look at this Mace guy, number 1. He's played, actually let's go to statistics. He has played in competitive, he's played 12 hours of Magneto, 7 hours-ish of Strange, and then, less of each one. But I'm going to assume the number 1 people are stacked, especially if they have like a team, like little logo thing here. I think it's like a clan tag, whatever that is. I'm going to try to skip those people more or less because they might be playing with a 6 stack, and that's how they're ranking up. I'm not saying they're bad players, but I want to look for people who don't have any tags like iRemix here. So if we look at him, statistics. So he's playing Groot, Strange, or Hulk. I'm assuming he plays Hulk when it's not banned. He's playing Groot. He's playing Strange. So this guy, he's not a one-trick group, but clearly he prefers it. That, or maybe he has some combos with a duo. Okay, we're just gonna go through a bunch of people. Let's see. Actually, let's start at the. Actually, we'll start in the front, and then we'll go to the end of this list as well. Let's check Black Sow. Okay, so he's limited. We can't check him. Oasis, limited month. Okay, so this person they played 3 hours of Strange, 3.5. They played 3 hours of Cloak. They seem like a support main, but it looks like they end up filling into tank a decent amount. But overall, they have more support games. But even among their support games, they're kind of splitting it up. So, they have 16 matches played with Cloak, 14 with Loki, 12 with Luna. That's pretty even. And then even down here, they'll switch to DPS when they absolutely have to. They've played 40 minutes of Hela. And these are all decent win rates. So that's a fill. So far, we have not seen anyone who's like 100% only playing one thing. Or like really close to it. Let's check this Shroom guy. Okay, so it's mostly Loki, Invisible Girl, and a little bit of Cloak. Support player, but you can see even if they want to be a Loki main, they're still spending half as much time on another character. So that is something to consider. Okay, let's just keep going. Let's do a couple of these. Oh, and Sinatraa. That's a name that I do recognize. He's an ex-Overwatch pro. I think he also played a lot of Valorant. So let's see what he's all about. I've actually met Sinatraa before. He came to my old workplace. I used to work at the game gym, which was a place where kids would go to play video games and get coached, basically. I was an Overwatch coach. And they had an event where Sinatraa was an Overwatch pro at the time, and he came down to just say hi to all the kids and hang out with some of the staff, and we got pictures and we just talked about games. And I think we did like a team deathmatch thing or a regular deathmatch where he was in it too, and he was just stomping everyone. It was really interesting. I think this was the first time I ever played against him. I got stomped by him once in ranked as well. Him and I think Kefri at the time, they just spawn camped us and we lost. So yeah, very familiar with Sinatraa actually. I know that he streams as well. Sometimes I catch the streams, and he's pretty good this game. So you can go check him out at twitch.tv/Sinatraa, spelled with the 1, I think. Actually, no, I think it's spelled normally. Competitive. So he plays Rocket Raccoon. Seems like he probably is filling when his team needs it. I think triple support is a factor here because, if your team needs that third support, filling is probably a good idea. And you can see like he has a pretty wide variety of things that he plays. So, no one tricking here. Let's keep going down the list. Elsac or Isaac? Probably Isaac. Okay, again, Rocket Raccoon. 5 hours, 2.4 on Storm, an hour on each of these tanks. Let's see, this guy's basically a fill player, and look at him, he's number 27 on the global leaderboard. So I think we're seeing a pattern here where one tricking probably is not a good thing, but let's see. I mean, we'll give it a couple more until I'm convinced. Yeah, so even this guy, you know, Namor, Punisher, Hela, he likes to aim and shoot people, but depending on the situation, you gotta switch it up. This is a hero shooter. This isn't Valorant. This isn't League of Legends where once you pick it, you gotta play it the whole game. People are switching around in this game. Believe it or not, you actually have to adapt. And that's a lesson that I'm learning too. All right, let's see this happy guy. Storm, Moon Knight. So, you know, Storm's in the air, Moon Knight's on the ground, pumping damage. Hela's anti-air. This guy is kind of a diver. So this guy has it all. Even though he likes to play pretty much DPS only, he has pretty much everything you need in a DPS, depending on the situation. So his team could never, this guy, Happy, because he has such a diverse pool of DPS, he's not going to be the reason that his team loses, more or less, right? Maybe he has a bad game, but it won't be because, oh, he's a Storm player and they picked anti-Storm with like Spider-Man or something, or a hit scan. And do you guys actually think that's a thing? I've been hearing that Spider-Man counters Storm. I've only seen it once. I don't know if that was a fluke or whatever, but let me know in the comments if you think that, because I don't know. I really don't. All right, let's check this window guy. Okay, so 5 hours. He clearly prefers Magneto. Some Groot. Hela if it's needed. Does he play any healers? 45 minutes with Loki. He probably lets his team know that he's not a healer main. But a wide variety here. Still waiting to see the one tricks, because if you come from a game like Overwatch, you know that one tricking's a thing. Like, you'll have a guy who plays only Genji, and then they pick a Pharah, and your game's a lot harder now. It's not as bad in Overwatch for some reason, but it's still pretty bad. And I would say in this game, it feels a lot worse. I think the heroes are more in their niche, and like, it's a lot easier to shut someone down. Thanos 2007. I think this is actually also Sinatraa, so it's crazy to have multiple accounts in the top 50. Dafran 02. I think Dafran is also a pro player. He usually plays DPS, but now I'm looking at Rocket Raccoon here. Is triple support a problem? Because we have multiple DPS players playing Rocket Raccoon now, while also playing like a bunch of different DPS. He's played like 2 hours, 3 hours of healer this season. So even this guy, even Dafran, is filling what the team needs. Oh, Chinese name. Let's see what he's playing, or he or she. Limited access to their career profile. That's the first one. I thought I was gonna run into this a lot more. It seems like people are just willing to let people look their careers. This guy is NRG. This might be like a pro as well. Hela, Wolverine. Something tells me that he switches Wolverine when Hela's getting countered by like a bunch of tanks, but it also might be that he's trying to play Wolverine and it's just not working out in terms of like, you know, they'll switch comps or whatever. So yeah, even this guy, very, very big variety. We have a hit scan for backline DPSing. We have Wolverine tank shredding in the air for Storm, and dive. Pretty much perfect. We'll do one more page of this, and then we will probably just go to the end and see if it's any different in GM versus whatever. What is this rank? Celestial? Is that what it is now? Okay, so we'll do Pox here. Pox. No access. Fun. No access. Killa. Oh, wait. So are people down here less free with their profile? So this is probably the closest thing we've gotten to a one trick so far, where we have 6.7 hours on Hela, which is surprising because I thought Hela would be banned more. And then he has filled hours to each. On other things, he has a little bit of Luna, Magneto. So even this guy, really not even a one trick, just heavily preferring hogs, statistics. Yep, 2 hours across a bunch of different tanks. Seems like he's playing whatever the comp needs, not necessarily what he wants to play. And he's definitely not one tricking. Vinny Lagoon. Let's make this guy the last one. And again, he's switching it up across multiple tanks. It's a pretty clear message to me that one tricking is never going to work. And now we go to the end of the list. Spider Papu 6969. Why am I thinking that this guy is playing Spider-Man? I will never know. Statistics. And he's a Magneto main. But he also plays about half as much Moon Knight and then some supports to fill in. Very interesting. And let's just look at this last page just to verify that there's no like super one tricks in a GM that we're missing out on. Say this guy plays about 4 hours of Strange, about 2 hours of Loki. Half his games are playing other roles, not a one trick. Suck My Rainbow. This one might be a good one to end on. Oh, okay. So this guy, at the very least, this might be the closest one trick actually that we found, because he's played about 18 hours of shield tank. So he has a preferred playstyle between Magneto and Strange, but I'm guessing he will pick Strange when he has a Hulk, maybe, or he'll pick either one depending on what the team needs. Still not a one trick. He's flexible right here between those two. And let's look up, Black Panther profile. Maybe he's a Panther. Nope, another Magneto. It's interesting. Playing Magneto might just be the secret here. Strange, 4.4 hours. Okay, well, not a one trick. Still close. He still played 3 hours of healer this season. 19 games. You would never catch a one trick in Overwatch playing 19 games of something, especially this early in the season. So not a one trick. Let's just do one more for kicks. 11 hours, 5 hours. A two trick, maybe you can call them that. But even here, they have a backline DPS and they have a dive DPS. So not a one trick. I think that's pretty conclusive. And just to look at my profile, I try to play a lot of Black Panther. Don't look at this matches. Don't look at this ratio. We've had a bad time in the past couple of days. Let's not talk about it. Yeah, sometimes you are the problem. But I do try to fill. I think I need more flexibility with my DPS, because I play this guy and it's just not going that well. Punisher, it's just not going that well for me. I recently learned that you're supposed to use this turret a lot more often than I was using it. And I play Magnetos, which is not a surprise. I mean, I just don't really want to portal on Strange, even though it's super strong. So when I have to fill tank, I just play Magneto or Venom, depending on what we need. So I'm kind of a fill, and then I play Luna if my team just desperately needs a second healer, and it does happen. So like, you know, I have 2 hours on Luna, 2 hours on Venom. You know, I'm also trying to be a fill player, and it seems like that's the way to go. So I might be doing more of that now. And by the way, okay, quick look away if you're squeamish, but this is my match history recently. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9, 10 losses in a row. Okay. And with that, let's end the video. So yeah, I mean, it looks like people are filling. So if you are one tricking in your rank, whatever it might be, bronze, silver, gold, plat, diamond, GM, you are probably more than likely the reason your games are going badly. And that's crazy for me to say, looking at this screen here of 10 defeats in a row. But it seems pretty clear just looking at the profiles I looked at that people are filling in their games and playing what they need to win versus playing just one hero that they like to play. And I think that makes sense. Like I said before, this isn't like League. You're not locked into these heroes. People are switching to counter you. Like when I play Black Panther, it usually takes a round, maybe half a round for them to pick Namor. If I pick Black Panther the round after that, it's pretty much a throw. And yes, I have done that before, but also yes, I am learning my lessons. So, and when you compare it to Overwatch, you're going to spawn a lot more often, and you're not punished as hardly for switching in this game in terms of ultimate charge as you are in Overwatch. It seems like the point of this game is to be flexible, is to be fluid, switch up your comp and your hero as much as you can. I don't see support switching that much, but you know, between the DPS and the tanks, it's very important. You know, seeing some of these profiles, maybe I should pick up Rocket Raccoon and play triple sport sometimes. But yeah, start filling in your games. If you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It does help the video a lot if you made it this far. But if you want to catch me live, I do stream on twitch.tv/LPFlea at 10 p.m. Eastern time, most weekdays. And I keep saying most weekdays, but that's getting a little bit rarer every time. Never mind about that. Thanks for watching the video. I'll see you guys next time.